Hey everyone, it's Frog Hours TCG again, and I got a pretty big CGC submission to go over in this video. And I actually thought that CGC was a bit harsh with me on this submission. Now, you guys could see the cards, obviously not maybe as in detail as I can in person, but if I'm missing anything on any of these cards, maybe you guys could let me know. Submission wasn't all bad. It was a pretty big bulk submission, only like 40-something cards, so I guess not that big. But regardless, a lot of these cards ended up coming back 8 5s and 9s, and it's pretty disappointed in some of them. Now, this one I know is not perfect. A lot of these cards I send in, I don't expect 10s on everything. But I thought that this card was pretty good condition considering how these Obsidian Flames special art rares come out, and I thought it was going to get a 9 or a 9.5. So the 8.5 was a bit disappointing. This one, I guess maybe the centering is what took it down. I don't really see any whitening on it. Front centering is also a little off, so maybe I was a little bit just too lenient with some of these cards, sending them in. Who knows? Got a Guard of Warrior EX here. Same thing. This card is not perfect, but there's a little whitening in that corner there. I guess a 9 is appropriate for this one. Mostly that Pidgeot was the first one I was like a little shocked by. Flareon VMAX, I knew this one would be a 9 or 9.5. It's not perfect by any means, just has those minor white dots in the corners, but felt like grading it anyway because these EV Altars I think will age well, so why not? This is another cool card. Really happy with the 10 on this one. Was hoping for the pristine, but centering isn't perfect, so that's alright. But this is the Battle Box exclusive Blastoise promo, so thought it was a pretty cool card to grade. Not worth too much, but still a really cool card. I mean, especially if you're a Blastoise collector. And I do have a few more 10s coming up. I got an Espeon from Sun and Moon. Just simple full art, but still a cool card. And then an Umbreon V from Brilliant Stars. Then I got some Crown Zenith cards, which these I've been buying a lot of. This Deoxys is my favorite art from the set. I really love just the planets in the background and the coloration. I just really think this is a beautiful card. I feel like if this was a different Pokemon, it'd be worth tons more. I mean, Deoxys is still a really cool Pokemon, just not a massive fan favorite, but I really do love that card. And same goes with this Darkrai. I really love the colors on this card. I think this is one of the best Crown Zenith arts, other than obviously the Gold Chase cards. The Deoxys and Darkrai are my two personal favorites. Then I do have a Mewtwo EX from Breakthrough. This one I was kind of just hoping for an OC qualifier on it because it is pretty off-center, but it's probably not off-center enough, but I don't see any whitening on this card. So I was kind of hoping for that 9 OC, but it must be in between that and it got an 8 because the centering is just really bad. Got a Charizard V-Star and a 9. Nothing too crazy here, just picked this one up pretty cheap, threw it in a bulk submission. It's not a mint card by any means, but it's definitely near mint, just has some centering issues. Then I have an Inteleon VMAX. I also really like this card. I like the coloration of it as well. I like the little sparkle it has because it's an alternate art. This one got the 9.5. I was hoping for the 10, but again, centering is not perfect, so probably knocked it down for that. This is one of the cards I did not think would get a low grade. Again, like I say all the time, I'm not someone that expects to get handed out 10s, so I'm okay with some lower grades, but this one, I did not notice all of this whitening when I sent it in. Now, I'm not saying CGC damaged anything. I mean, that could have happened in transit, or it could have just been simply, me overlooking things, This is one of the best artworks from Sword and Shield. Not maybe my personal favorite, but best in terms of uniqueness, definitely. I think that for me, I really like cards where they kind of show some variation and character in the artist's art style. So this is definitely one of the best arts in my opinion from that perspective in Sword and Shield, and it's pretty cheap actually right now. I think this card's only like 85 to 100 depending on which grading company at 10. And then I got a Flareon, just regular full art from Evolving Skies. These two I was hoping to get at least 110 on, and I got hit with 2 9s. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to keep trying to get some more 10s and tag teams. Got a Rainbow here, which I don't believe were that popular when they were out, but who knows, maybe in the future they'll gain some popularity. But you know, these cards are pretty cheap. I think this 9.5 is only like a $50 card. So I actually like the older rainbows more than the somewhat newer rainbows. I actually like the more subtle rainbow. This one seems a little more bright in color. That's just me. Then I have a Latios tag team. This one only got the 8.5. Another one where I was a bit confused on the grade because I don't see any whitening on this card. Centering looks nearly perfect. I mean, it's off left to right a little bit, but you know, 8.5. I'm gonna have to go over this one again and see what I missed on it. Got these two trainer toolkit promos. Nothing too special here. Got 110, 1.9. Got a Whitney in a 9, and then I did grade a lot of Japanese art rares that unfortunately did not do too well. And I had a huge stack of art rares, you know, from different sets, and I went through them thinking, okay, I'm gonna grade the only ones that might pristine, and well, boy was I wrong there. So not sure if the grader was harsh or again I was just busy that day and overlooked some things. And then I got a Darkrai here, you know, just Japanese from V-Star Universe, same as the Darkrai from earlier. Another card, I wasn't sure why I got hit with the 7.5. I mean, you know, again, looking this thing over even in person, I don't see any whitening on it. And surface-wise, I'm not seeing anything on the back. So, really not sure why the 7.5, because that's a pretty low grade, you know. Like, I'd be okay with a 9 even, but then I got some 151 art rares here. Pretty cool cards. I have a few Charizards from Starbirth. I think I actually have another 10 in this submission too. More Parasol Ladies. I'm still picking these up. I got another 10 in the last submission, so hoping for some pristines coming up soon because I still have some more at CGC. And then Shiny Charizard from Shiny Star V, another cool card. Thankfully, I did get 110 from the art rare submission, but not a pristine, but hey, I mean, I'll take it. And I did get a few other Labrases graded. Same thing, was hoping for higher grades on those, but just didn't work out for this submission, unfortunately. Some other low-grade art rares, Snorlax, Milotic. Yeah, I mean, really that's all I'm going through here is all these art rares that, for some reason, I don't know if it was the grader or myself, just they did not grade too well. But here's one pristine right here. I guess it's not a bad pristine. Was hoping, you know, if I was gonna hit a pristine, it would be on maybe like one of the 151s, but or even the Scizor. But still, you know, that Zekrom's a cool card. So just gotta try again to get some of these pristines. And then the last two cards of the submission was a Drowsy. Again, only got the 9 on the Drowsy, unfortunately. That's another really cool artwork. And then I did get a 10 on the Tyranitar, which is a cool card, but this card is actually very cheap. It's only about 25-ish in a 10. So, I mean, in English, this card's going crazy a little bit, but, you know, great pickup for anybody that wants the artwork, you know, in a 10. Just get in Japanese for less than half the price. So, anyway, that's about it for this submission. You know, if you guys see anything you want, just let me know. Or, you know, you just got any comments, just, you know, let me know down below. And, you know, questions, anything. I always like interacting with you guys. So, appreciate you guys watching and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.